Hi guys, this is Tina from Shabbydabbydoodah. Welcome back to my channel. So we are here for another one of our 7 days of working with what's on my desk, which may end up turning into 10 days. So I've gathered up loads of bits and pieces of paper and things that were floating about on my desk and the bit to the side of my desk. Because in the last video, we made a little folio from our what was initially going to be a pouch, and I mean I just loved how that kind of went so much that I thought actually I might have to do that with all of them, because that's of course going to use up a lot more stuff a lot faster. So this was another one of the meant to be pouches, but that I'm actually going to use I think as a folio. So, and this is the other one. So the other one I'm going to put to the side for another day. But this one, I thought we would get on and, go for it now. So I've got a whole bunch of things here that I thought might go quite nicely with the papers that we've chosen. And all of this stuff, it's all things that was on my desk. I haven't pulled in anything that wasn't buried on my desk. So, yeah, I'm really trying to be very strong and only use the things that I actually have got here. Of course, I mean, it's not like I'm lacking in things. There's a ton of stuff. So these papers are obviously scrapbook papers, and as you can see, I mean, they're pretty grungy because they've been coffee dyed. These papers haven't, so I think what I might do in the very first instance is really quite heavily ink this up so that it kind of tones with these, because I think it will, but at the moment it's obviously looking quite, well, I mean, obviously it's looking different, but, quite not grungy, whatever the opposite to grungy is. Maybe clean, we could call it clean. So I'm just going to go in with my ink. Now this is my walnut stain, which I've been using a bit more recently. And, I find it kind of goes on a little bit darker than the vintage photo. So, I mean, actually quite ideal for if you're wanting to do something quite grungy, I guess. So I'm just going to be inking right around everywhere, like that. And actually I'm going to go over the middle as well, because this paper has been coffee dyed, so it's literally grungy everywhere. And we go over the back as well. I haven't finished off the other folio because I'm actually filming this on the same day. Obviously, the intention is that you guys will get it on a different day. But yeah, so at this point, I haven't actually finished the other one. So I will probably do a similar thing with this, in that we'll see kind of how we get on. And then I might have to finish it either in slow time, or, perhaps we'll have a finish off day at the end of the series and finish off all the pieces that we've kind of partially done. I'm not quite sure yet. We'll have to just see, see how the time goes. Right, so this one here, I'm going to just obviously ink up this book page like, so it's well coordinated as well. And then I've got to be honest, I mean, I probably have, and I probably just couldn't really see any, but I couldn't see any envelopes to be able to use as, a little flap here. And I couldn't see any more of those cards or anything like that we used in the previous one. So I'm thinking maybe I will use this to form a little flap. So I'm just going to literally fold this over here. And then I'm just going to bone folder it down. Like that. I might have to actually take my jumper off in a moment because it's really warm today. Well, it's one of those silly days. It's just really kind of muggy, but it's not like a really nice, gorgeous sunny day or anything. It's just muggy. So I put my jumper on just now because I thought, oh, actually it's a bit chilly, but yep, now I'm sweltering. So, right. So I'm thinking we could have that like that. Now let me just take my jumper off. And then I thought we could just fold this in on itself so that we've got like a, complete fold out, if you see what I mean. So I'm just going to fold it in here like that. Okay. And we'll just then, glue this down onto here, I think. Yep, that looks quite nice to me already. So let's just glue that down. Like that. I mean, again, I'm just trying to kind of no messing about, just, not overthinking or anything, but just gluing things down so that I can hopefully get through as much as I possibly can during this series. I mean, obviously, if I kind of, take ages kind of making each decision like I normally do, I'm not really going to clear very much off my desk at all. So yeah, just trying to be a bit better at just making decisions and going for it. Okay, so that's that one. Okay, and then I've got quite a bit of this paper, quite a bit, yeah, got a few of these papers, which obviously coordinate, and I thought we could just form, you know, some little pockets inside the folio. So we could have like one there, and perhaps we will marry it with, again, another kind of scrap that I've got here, which is just this lined paper. So I'm just going to cut this down. Oh, it's very tatty, I must say, this lined paper. I think I used this to back tags. I was just trying to think what I'd used it for recently. Yeah, I think I used it to back tags, which of course then has left me with this, you know, pretty strange shape scrap, hasn't it? Which, you know, is not the most useful, is it? To be fair. Okay. But again, I mean, I'm thinking if I grunge this up so as it ties in, you know, it would hopefully work quite nicely and quite well. Okay, then I've got these, which, oh, little butterfly there, get rid of that, out of the way. I've got these, which are some more, you know, little scraps and things. So, I mean, we could kind of clip these on, or, you know, have these kind of tucked in somewhere. Oh, it's a bit of a shame, but it's, yeah, too wide there. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm just going to trim this down here. Okay. Right, let's get this to the size that it would need to be. Okay. Like that. And let me just bone folder that down. Okay. Right, there we go. And then this one, obviously have it this way around so that we don't have that tatty edge. So again, just going to kind of fold this down there. This is just my version of measuring when I fold it in. It's, yeah, it's just my quick way of kind of gauging how big it needs to be. And sometimes I might need to trim it slightly too, so probably would have been quicker to actually measure, but you know, why measure when you can just do that? So yeah, I'm thinking kind of like that. I had a little rose kind of floating about, so I mean that could just go somewhere on here as well. So let me just cut this out. And obviously I'm going to ink up that lined piece. You know, I won't leave it kind of in that stark, well, it's not really white, but you know, that off-white colour. So obviously it looks quite bright, doesn't it, in comparison to the rest. So yeah, it will be inked. Okay. There we go. Okie dokie. Oh gosh, I can't really see what I'm doing. The leaves are in the way. And I'm not very close to it because of course I'm trying to keep my head out of the camera. So yeah, could have done with being a bit closer. But yeah, I mean, I'm kind of thinking we could have that rose or something there. Looks quite pretty, doesn't it? You know, I'm just wanting to make this look really, you know, really gorgeous and sort of yummy looking. Okay, yeah, I like how that looks. So I'm going to glue this onto here, just at the sides, I think. So actually, no, I'm not going to do that. Sorry, I'm just going to ink this up first because I think it will be easier to actually ink it first. So let's just grab my inker. Okay. yeah, I mean, these are a really great way to use up some scraps, aren't they? Because, you know, we're using a lot of stuff, you know, pretty quickly. So, well, I mean, again, like I say, you know, you wouldn't know that to look at my desk. It really looks no different, but, you know, feel like we're using a lot of stuff up. So I'm just going to glue this down. Now, because this is such a tiny little piece, I'm going to just glue it down on these two sides and not glue it down here along this piece, because then of course I'm going to have a much bigger pocket to play with. Whereas if I were to glue it in, you know, along what would be like the natural place to glue it, i.e. that edge, you know, that's just going to be like the most pointless pocket, really. Well, I mean, you know, you'd be able to put things in it, but it would be, yeah, it would be quite small. So, you know, just going to glue it just more like a belly band, I guess. Okay. So that's that. And then this one here, we're just going to glue down there over that top piece. And this one, of course, we do want to glue down, oops, that back section, like that. Okay, sorry, mop up that bit of glue. Okay. And again, just, you know, making sure that that goes up to the fold, but still does fold. So, like that. Okay. Like that. Okie dokie, so that looks quite pretty. And then I've got obviously loads of bits here that, you know, going to try and use as much of this up as I can. So, I mean, here we've got like an envelope piece, which actually I should have probably glued that in there. Do you know, I'm thinking perhaps I will have it on this side. Just checking whether that's actually going to be too tall. Don't think so. So yeah, I'm going to, I think, try and glue this down here and then have like a pocket over it. So again, I've got this, which is, you know, another leftover piece. I don't know whether I know or whether I feel that that really goes, but maybe it doesn't. I mean, I could probably tear her out and have her somewhere. Let's just bring in these again. So I'm thinking have that one there, like that. Sorry, I know that I'm kind of going off the screen, but it's very tricky to fit these great big folio kind of, I mean, not that it's huge, but, you know, a folio of any kind, it's quite hard to fit them in, to be honest. And I've got some plain coffee dyed paper, so I mean, I could have a plain coffee dyed pocket, or we could layer it up with another of these, which would look quite pretty, wouldn't it? Obviously I want to cover that with something. I have also got this pretty pink paper. Oh, this is really quite tricky. Right, I'm going to swap these out because I just noticed that this is green on the underside. So I'm going to keep this one for if I want any like foldy pieces. What's all this? Got this green as well, which, you know, I mean, I just thought these might look quite nice with this somewhere. I haven't quite, yeah, I haven't really quite thought it through yet. Right, so I've got some book page here. Let's just get some book page stuck down on the envelope. So again, I mean, I just need to kind of tear that down because it doesn't need to be quite as big as that. Okay. Right, there we go. And we will just glue this one down. Okay. Whoops. Got that stringy thing happening again with the glue. I don't know why that does happen from time to time, but yeah. All you have to do is like pull the end string bit out and then it just, you know, seems to work perfectly fine. Okay. So again, just squish this down with my wipe first, and then I'm just going to bring in my little card, which I use as my glue spreader, and we can just then spread that glue. Like that. Okay. Right, there we go. And yeah, I'm going to have this one here. But just before I glue this down, well, I guess it doesn't really matter actually, because yeah, I do want to have it glued down here. So yeah, I'm going to go for a coffee dyed piece, I think, as one of the pockets. So just going to put that there. Right, so it needs to come in quite a bit. So just, oh, this is some that I've, this is my Mary Mary kit on the other side, which again, I've actually started a folio with the Mary Mary kit, but I think I'm right in thinking I haven't coffee dyed it. So to me, the fact this has been coffee dyed doesn't feel to me like it would go. So yeah, I've struggled obviously to then use it. So might as well use it here, to be honest. Like that. Yeah, it's really muggy today. It's really strange. You know, one minute you feel a bit chilly, then it's really warm. Very strange. Okay, so yeah, like that, I think. So we've just got a small pocket here, and then, well, I mean, it's a big pocket, but a small piece of the pocket showing, if that makes sense. And then this I'm going to have, I think, as a little fold down like that. Yeah, I like that. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to reinforce this section here just with a bit of book page. So I just quite like to do that because it just really does kind of help to make it a bit stronger and more robust, you know, because obviously this is going to be folding, you know, open and closed. I'm not saying loads, but, you know, a little bit. So just reinforcing it is, you know, quite important, I think. Let's see whether I can fit this in or whether I need to cut it down more. Perhaps I would have more joy putting it in on the straight edge. Yeah. Okay, so that's fine. So I'm just going to glue this one in. Look, I've got another one of those little stringy pieces. It's weird. I don't know why I keep getting those today. Right, I'm just going to now glue here on that fold and also, you know, on the edge here on that flap. So tuck this into the envelope. Probably should do this really with the folio out the way rather than be getting it, you know, getting glue everywhere on the folio, but never mind. Right, okay. So just squish that into there. Okay, right, let's squish that down like that. And then here, just going to fold that up like that. Fold this over. Okay, right, looking good. Oops. Right, let's cut this away. Actually, I could probably just tear it. Right, and then this I'm going to have here tucked in. Oops. Under that coffee dyed sheet first, like that. Okay, so the first thing that I'm going to do, I think actually, is glue this one down. So again, just going to take my wet glue and then just glue that one down like that. Oops. Ah. Okay. Right, perhaps I'd be better off actually moving that out of the way, I think. So, right, let's get this attached first. So there we go, right. So again, just squish that down, get any excess glue that might be seeping out, like that. Okay. Right, now we can stick the first pocket in. So again, just going round the edge. Please excuse obviously the inside of this. Like I say, it was, you know, that my Mary Mary kit, which I'd partially coffee dyed and partially hadn't, and so then I obviously was struggling to use it together. And as I've made the bulk of the stuff, i.e. the folio, in the non-coffee dyed, that's probably best that I go for the rest, not coffee dyed. Right, again, so I'm just folding it up to make sure that I've got enough room to actually fold it up, if that makes sense, along here. So pushing that pocket in as far as I can with it still having room to actually fold like that. Okay, so, you know, to operate basically. Okay. Like that. Okay, right. Squish that down. Okay. I mean, that's the only thing with that wet glue. Obviously, you know, when you're doing a video, it kind of takes a few minutes to dry. So, you know, it's just a little bit frustrating because, you know, when you're doing a video, obviously you want to be kind of quick. Right, there we go. So I'm just going to fold this down. Again, that's my version of measuring, so as I know where to take that down. So I'll just fold that down like that and just tear that across. And then that's going to glue on top of there. I might take it down slightly in the width just because, you know, I really don't have much of this coffee dye pocket showing at all. So yeah, I probably want to have a little bit more showing than what currently is. So I'm just going to cut this down here along the edge. Going for this edge because it's got more of the yellowish butterflies rather than the pink flowers. So like that. Okay. Okay, so that looks super pretty, doesn't it? So I'm just going to literally glue this one down. Okie dokie. Let's pop this one down. Like that. Okay. And this on this white edge, I mean, I will probably put lace over this again. So, you know, it doesn't really matter that it's looking a little bit on the bright side because it will be covered up. Or alternatively, you know, I might just ink it up, in which case, you know, it won't look bright white anyway. So either way, it's, you know, it's not going to be a problem looking, you know, super bright. Okay, so I like how that looks. Really, really pretty. And we have our just little flap there, which just folds up. Just, yeah, just like that. Okay. So, yep, it's got some interest going on, and yeah, no, some nice pieces now. Right, what else did I have? I had a little pocket here, which this is from my birds, bees and butterflies, I think. And I just wondered whether I could have a little pocket on here. I mean, it probably wouldn't work on there because, of course, when that envelope folds, you know, everything would fall out. So maybe that would be a bit weird. What do you think? Or we could have it maybe in here. Yeah, that might work quite nicely. Yeah, I think that's quite nice actually, in here. Okay, let's just pop this one down. Like that. And we just then pop that there. Like that. Okay. I mean, again, just because we want to just have lots of interest and lots of different bits and bobs going on, don't we? So that looks pretty cool there. Again, just glue that down everywhere. Right, we have this piece here, which I wonder whether we could have this anywhere. And I guess we could have a pocket there, or maybe we could have a pocket here. Oh, that's quite nice. Yeah, quite like it here, I think. So again, just wondering whether if let's just cut this down. And if I fold the edges in, so like here, and then the other edge. Oops, where's my bone folder? There we go. And obviously I'm going to trim this down because it does not need those huge, great big folds, does it? Okay, I'm just going to cut these down quite a bit. Like that. Okay. Yeah, I quite like how that is on there, or we can have it on this one. I think it's quite nice on this one. Yeah. Okay. Just checking that that's kind of straight. Yep, it is. And yeah, what I'm going to do, I'm going to not actually even bother folding the bottom up, I think, because I quite like it as that quite tall pocket. So I think what I'm going to do is just glue the bottom down. So I'm going to just sort of mitre these corners. Oops, like that. Okay. And then just apply the glue here. So the glue down this side and this side. And then a bit across the bottom where I sort of mitered those corners. Whoops, those corners. And then that can just glue here. Like that. Yeah, that's quite cool, isn't it? So again, just press that down. Whoa, sliding everywhere again. Okay, yeah, really like how that looks on there. Okay, I just want to check that I can still get into that pocket, that I haven't glued it down anywhere onto the pocket below. Okay, and that folds still like that. So yep, it's all looking good. Right. So should we add a little bit of sort of collage and, you know, just some interest really. So yeah, let's just see what we're going to put here. down. And we could have a little sort of foldy piece here. Again, I mean, these are just literally scraps that have been laying about on my desk, but, you know, there's no reason why we couldn't just have a little sort of foldy out piece, is there? I like that, how that looks there as a sort of collaged piece. So let's just glue this down. So this is some, you know, some proper vintage newspapery stuff. Yeah, newspaper, I think. Not newspapery stuff, but actual newspaper. So again, let's just glue that down. Right, so this, as you can probably see, not very straight. So I'm just going to trim that down and hopefully get it a little bit straighter. Okay, and again, just take those bits in slightly so that when I glue it in, it's, you know, a bit tidier. Okay. Right, I do apologise. I don't read music, so although I can see that that one was going to be upside down. So actually I might have to have this on this side now, because otherwise maybe it's just... Oh, that's kind of cute, isn't it? Yeah, I'm just going to put it here because I'm thinking if it went there, I could have a paper clip and that would hold all of that closed. So yeah, I like that. I like that idea. Okay, let's just pop that there. Like that. Okay, so yeah, that's going to act as a bit of a closure, because by the time that we get a paper clip on there, that will just be holding that closed, which that's quite cool, isn't it? Yeah, liking that a lot. So let me just grab in a paper clip. Okay, teeny weeny paper clip here. It doesn't matter. Right, well, they say it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if I can actually squish it in. Okay, yeah, love, love, love that concept of that holding that closed. I think that's really cool. Right, okay, what else have we got? Oh, I've got a little film strip tag. That's just from a you know, set that I've had for years and years. Right, let's ink this flower up. Don't know where we're going to put that yet, so let's just see what else I've got here to my side. So I've got this, which is just some old you know, gift card, birthday card. But we could have this as a little tag or something. So let's just cut that down. And this will go into here. Oops. It would get buried in there. It can fit into that one. So yeah, I like that. So I need to obviously cover up this side. So again, let's just use some of the book page. Oh, I'm loving this folio. It's really super cute. So yeah, hope that you guys like it. Just going to cover the whole thing with this book page. And then we can obviously trim it down and, you know, decorate it up with some bits and pieces on. Okay. Like that. Okay, there we go. Right, let's peel that off the table. My gosh, there's a lot of glue has oozed out under that. Can you see? It's all over the show. Right. Oh, all over the show, and my gosh, I did not get that book page on straight at all onto there. So that's a bit of a shame. Oh well. It doesn't really matter, to be honest. Okay. So, where did I put my scissors? That does matter, doesn't it? Where the scissors have gone. It's all just getting so messy here, you see. Right. Okay. Ah, where's the scissors? Yeah, they're there. Okay. I knew they were somewhere, you know, somewhere nearby. Okay, I'm just going to see how it looks, obviously being completely crooked. If it looks really stupid, I will obviously have to trim the edges and try and get it looking a little bit straighter, but I mean, it might look okay. We'll see. Doesn't look that great, does it? Okay. And this piece across the top. Okay, so that doesn't look too bad now. So let me just mop up the desk where we've made a mess there. Right. And let's see what we're going to put on here. So I've got this, which again, this is, you know, some old scrapbook paper that I've had for really a long time. But that might just look quite nice, maybe. Like that. And just see what else I've got that I could, you know, maybe kind of collage up behind. Wondering about that, or of course I have got this lady, which we said about putting her on somewhere, didn't we? Let me just tear her out. Oh my gosh, I nearly tore her head off. I don't know whether you guys saw that, but yeah, her head was like in the danger zone quite a lot. In the danger zone. Oh, perhaps she's better off without all that. Okay. Have got obviously a bit of that scrapbook paper. Okay. So she's quite pretty on there, to be honest, isn't she? Let's just get this glued down. Okay. Whoops. Oops. Okay, and just going to spread that glue out wherever I put my glue spreader. That's the only thing, isn't it? When you're doing these, like working with what's on your desk, because everything's normally just piled up and, you know, I'm not saying it's neat, but it's compacted, you know, in its usual pile where it stays. Once you start pulling things out, it gets quite messy and everything just constantly is getting lost, I find. Oh, not one of my windows, because I had dug out obviously a lot of things previously, you know, prior to doing the video, thinking, you know, what might look good and what might not. So we could have that little window on there, I think. And just check that I don't want the window on here at all, because I quite love those windows. They're really, really nice, aren't they? Oh, it's quite nice over there, actually. I mean, I could pull in some more windows, but obviously the idea is to be using what's literally here on my desk in the first place. So, yeah, it's probably best that I don't actually try and pull in more things. Let's just get that window down. Because otherwise, where do you draw the line? You know, before you know it, you're pulling in all sorts of stuff and, you know, suddenly you're not really working with what's on your desk at all. You're working with just, you know, anything that you need. So, yeah, I must be kind of strict with myself and resist the urge to pull in extra things. Oh, what's happened to my wipe? Oh, dear. Right, I'll have to use the wipe from yesterday, which is super messy, I'm afraid. Just until I spot my one from today. Yeah, that looks gorgeous, doesn't it? Just that window on there. Okay, right, let me just go back to that tag that we were doing. I have also got some pink doily here. Oh, that's so pretty, isn't it? I mean, you know, that sometimes, you know, that's all that you need is just literally a little bit of pattern paper, a bit of book page, some doily, and then a focal point. And, you know, that's literally kind of all you need. And it looks really great, just like that. Okay. Oh, come on. I did also unclog my Fabri-Tac before filming. And now already it's letting me down. So that's just not very cooperative of it, is it? Okay. Right. Oops, now I've got fluff in there. Right, okay. Okay. Oh, she looks gorgeous on there. Absolutely gorgeous. Oh, I wish I could find my wipe. That's so annoying. I actually bought 2 over here when I started this video. I thought, right, let's not be, you know, wipeless. Let's bring 2 over. And somehow I've obviously managed to mislay both of them in the process of this. So how rubbish am I? Okay, and she's just going to go on there like that. She looks gorgeous. Okay, get her stuck down. Yep, definitely love how she looks. Again, just pulling my wipe from last time. Oh, she looks lovely. I love her. Right, okay. So, I mean, I could round the corners. Personally, I don't mind them being like this. In fact, I'm just going to rough it up a little bit, make it a bit more grungy still. And, yeah, kind of go for it like that, I think. I will ink it up. But yeah, I really, really like how she looks. I have got these little postage stamps actually, which are stamped, you know, stamped postage stamps. They're quite nice, aren't they? Might have those on there as well. Okay. Pop them there. Again, just quickly press them down with the wipe. Right, super loving that. So I'm just going to ink around the edge of this. Oh, dropping it everywhere now. Oh, she looks so pretty, so scrumptious. Okay, and she's from my English Country Garden kit. So if you were looking for her and, you know, trying to find her, that's where she came from. She was on one of the background pages of the English Country Garden. Unfortunately, my table's so messy, I've now got glue stuck all over the back of my tag. Which, again, I mean, that's not brilliant, is it? So let me just see if I can get rid of that. Oh dear, making a bit of a mess here. Oh well. Right, must clean my desk before I come and do the next video. Because otherwise we're just going to have glue stuck literally on everything, can't we? Okay, right, let's pull the folio back in. So yeah, she's gorgeous, isn't she? And she is going to go into that pocket there. Right, what else have we got? So let's have a look. Would like to add a little bit of something over here on this envelope, I think. So let's see what we've got that we can add onto there. I've got this little scrap of this green here, which, you know, the green maybe is just a bit of a contrast that we need. because we've got quite a lot of pink now going on, you know, so maybe this is, you know, a welcome change. I wonder if we need this here. I love this, but for some reason I've always struggled to use it, and you can probably tell I'm still struggling to use it even today. I don't know why, because, you know, I do really like it, but for some reason it just feels, yeah, just doesn't sort of work particularly when I seem to put it on things. I can't ever seem to quite, you know, quite make it work. Oh, that's a bit weird, isn't it? Let's have a look. Again, I've still got this lovely rose. Oh, that's so pretty, isn't it? Just, yeah, love how those things look. So, right, first thing is to glue down the doily piece, obviously. Oops. Yeah, I can't actually remember. Are we on the 3rd video today? Or are we on the 4th? It's really hard to keep track, to be honest. I'll have to give it a bit of a count up after I finish, because, well, to check how I'm doing progress-wise, you know, slow is what springs to mind. Slow progress / none to the untrained eye. But also, you know, so when I'm in the next video talking about what episode we're up to, I actually maybe have a bit more of a clue what episode we are up to. So yeah, I will have to check. Right, there we go. And then this piece here. Oh, it's actually raining now. Yep, it's actually started raining. I thought it was going to, but, you know, it's really weird because, like I say, it's really muggy still. Okay. Right, just going to ink this flower up. This is from my Bright Roses. So, I mean, it is quite bright, but I'm just kind of grunging it up a bit more now so that it's blending in with everything. Oh, I love how that looks. That is so pretty. Okay. Right, let's just dab that off. Oh, I love it. It looks so gorgeous. Yeah, definitely like that. Okay, what else have we got? Oh, here I've got just a little postcard printable. So that I'm just going to pop in here, I think, with that tag that we just made, because that just, yeah, goes nicely there. Right, let's ink this around here and try and get into that fold as well, where I said we weren't going to keep it stark white, because obviously I haven't added lace to this yet. So yeah, let's just get rid of that stark white. And here, there's a bit as well. Okay. Oh, I'm loving how this looks. It's so, so pretty. Right, what else have I got? Oh, I've got some of this gorgeous collage page. Okay. I'm almost thinking, because we have this as like another page here, or even as a holdout. Wonder if I should print on the back of this. I might take this down to the printer after the video and print on the back so that it's not stark white. So, oh, will I remember? That's the question. Probably not. And then I'll come to use it and find I still haven't done that. Okay, what else have I got? Okay. Oh, I've got some of these little photographs. These are just printed in very small size. I thought they might be quite nice somewhere. Not sure where. What else? So I've got some coffee dyed paper. This, I think, was left over from the other folio, if I recall. Oh, I don't know now. Right, let's open this. I do love this little mechanism, I must say. Oh, I'm just going to ink this book page, actually. because I don't think we did that. Okay, yay, that's so cool. Really like that. So I'm wondering if we could have a little bit of something going on this pocket. So, oh, that's such a shame. Right, oh, maybe not. Because I was thinking, oh, I've got like this was obviously an envelope, which then I obviously needed some of that paper and used the envelope. Now I'm wondering, let's just place it kind of roughly in center. And just going to fold that where I would need to cut it, like this. Okay. Okay, right. So what I'm thinking is if I cut down here, whoops, and across here, and then cut down here. Oh my goodness, look at the mess I've made of cutting that. Oh dear. Oh dear, that was not very good cutting, was it? Okay, now that looks a little bit better perhaps. Only a tiny bit, not too much. Not too much better. Right, so what I'm wondering is if I could hang this into this pocket, like a sort of faux envelope flap, because that just, you know, just as something decorative really, no reason for it, but just thought it would look cute. So I'm just going to round that end so it's not so pointy, because nobody wants a big pointy end on their envelope, do they? Oh, I love how that looks. That's so pretty, isn't it? And then I have got this one, which unfortunately there's not really enough there to actually glue, because otherwise I could have had that somewhere else, to be honest. I mean, I could have even had it like over here. I wonder if I fold it in a bit more, like that. Oh gosh, I think I've just really made a horrible bodge job of this, but yeah, I mean, that's quite nice, isn't it? You know, just for decorative detail, to be honest. So I'm just going to ink around the edge of this. Like that. And then let's glue this into that envelope. Not envelope, sorry, into the pocket. Like that. Oh, I must keep my eye on the time because yeah, I can't remember now whether I've actually not restarted, but you know, stopped the video at all, or whether we're still going from the very first. But if I have stopped it, we're then in danger of being a really long video. It's always tricky when you've stopped the video, because I then forget to double check then where we're at, and yeah, can then end up sort of super long. Right, let's just cut this down. Just wondering whether I could have it here like that and like tuck it in. Oops, tuck it in, and it would hold all those bits in place. I mean, not that they really need holding in place, because of course they're held in place anyway with the, you know, the pocket. But I just thought that might be something a bit interesting to do. Yeah, I quite like that. Right, let's just again ink around here. So again, I mean, this was just pure scrap, you know, scraps that were on my desk. So it's just awesome to be able to actually, you know, use them up, isn't it? And use them up in a useful, you know, nice way, rather than just like one of those, you know, oh, I've used this up for the sake of it, but it looks really rubbish. You know, we've actually used them up in a decent, you know, decent way, which is really cool. Right, let me just take these out in case I glue them in. Okay. Okey-dokey. Oh, that is so super cool, isn't it? So these both go in like that. And then we've got our faux envelope tuck, which goes like that, holding them all in. Like I say, I mean, they didn't need anything to hold them in because they were, you know, technically they were kind of held in anyway. But, you know, I guess every little helps. So I'm just going to cut out one of these postcards, and these are from my postcard printables, the architecture ones, and I've shrunk them down. I think I printed them like size 2 to a page. You know, 2 pages to a page, if you see what I mean. So, yeah, I'm pretty sure that that's how I printed those. And I was just wondering, you see, whether I could have that there as a little closure for the envelope here. Looks quite nice, doesn't it? You know, because again, I'm just, you know, just using the things that are laying around the desk. So it's another piece gone. Another piece gone from the desk. Okay. So just want it, you know, so that flap just tucks in slightly like that. Okay. Oh, I love how this is all looking. Looking really good, isn't it? Yeah, really like it. Okay, so that's those bits there. And then this goes up here, this goes here, and then we've got obviously our paper clip, oops, which has seen better days now. So yeah, that was obviously a little bit tiny to be holding this all closed, but really, really, really cute, isn't it? I just love how it's coming together, I must say. Right, just wondering whether I could do the same here with the other one of these little postcards, and we'll just make another little sort of pocket on the front. Okay, that's quite nice then, isn't it? Again, just going to ink this up a bit. Okay, I just need something a bit bright as well to have in there as well. Let me just tear this down. Oh, that looks gorgeous, doesn't it? Yeah, I really, really love how that looks. Okay, let me just ink this up quickly before I glue it down. And the only reason I'm doing that is because, you know, once I glue it down, of course, it might just have the glue kind of oozing out, and then, you know, my ink would be really super dark. So I thought, oh, just ink it up first. So, okay. Yep. And we'll just then pop that one down. Oh, that looks so gorgeous. Because that just then ties all the pages in, and, you know, ties the theme of the roses in, and I mean, it just, yeah, looks really lovely, doesn't it? And sometimes, you know, that's all that you need is just a few bits kind of that bring it together. So I'll have that a little bit higher, I think, which hopefully then, you know, we can see a bit more of that rose. So let's just glue this one down like that. Okay, so I mean, that's another little pocket because I've just glued it down obviously on just those three sides. So it's, yeah, just another little pocket there. Right, just have this final little piece of scrap here, which, you know, any normal person would just have binned that, wouldn't they? But yeah, being a junk journaler, obviously it's just still here loitering around. Don't know whether I'm going to actually use it, of course, but we'll just give it a try and see whether we want to use it anywhere. I was trying actually originally to just try and cover that up. I don't think it's going to really work there, to be honest. Yeah, maybe should actually just bin this. Well, I won't bin it today. I will just keep it just in case. Just in case we want to have it for anything else. And then I have also got this, which again, you know, we've not attached this anywhere, but we could potentially have this somewhere. I need to just, again, give it a bit of thought where this could go. And it's quite nice up there, actually. Let me just tear this piece off. Okay, so it would need cutting down a little bit more. Or we might be able to have it in this one. And then just like fold it in. Let's just try this out. I mean, it's all just trial and error really at the end of the day, isn't it? You know, you don't know until you try things whether they're going to look good sometimes. So, you know, it's just always worth giving things a try. Okay. Let me just trim this down. And across the, whoops, across the bottom. Oh gosh. Okay, and then I'm just going to take this in slightly here. Again, sort of mitering those corner bits because then it's not going to be so visible when you glue it in. And again, we didn't need that huge, great big bit to actually glue it in. We only need a smaller piece. So, yep. Maybe that's too small now. Oh. That's just annoying, isn't it? Let's just try it here. Could have it there. Maybe could have it here. Oh, this is now, oh gosh, this is now glued in. So again, let's just try and get this to come up without tearing it too much. Unfortunately, it is tearing a bit. Okay. Let's just see. Oh, I just don't know. Oh, we could just have it, I guess, tucked in here like a little sort of booklet piece. Perhaps that might be better. I mean, I don't mind it here, but I don't know whether it's a little bit small. I mean, obviously, I'm just working with the scraps that I have. So, yeah, I mean, it probably is a bit small. Ah, here we go. Another piece here. Oh, perhaps that might go in that pocket, actually. Yeah, I think that's probably best in there. Which, actually... kind of thinking, do we need to put this on here or should we put it on here? Which then just ties it in a bit better, doesn't it? So, oh, I can't decide. Do you know, I can't decide. I think I'm probably in need of a cup of tea. Because I have done the videos kind of back to back. So yeah, I'm probably in need of a cup of tea. So I'm going to do the same as what I did with the last folio, in that I'm going to just keep all of these bits together, you know, that go together, you know, for this folio. And then I will either do it in slow time or I will come back with you guys. But it might be that it's kind of after this series, because I want to kind of keep moving along with the series. Obviously using as many pieces as I can from my desk. So, you know, I don't necessarily want to get too bogged down in, you know, one item. So I'm going to keep all of this together as a, you know, complete project. And yeah, we'll kind of go from there. So thank you so much for watching. Hope you guys kind of found some inspiration somewhere there. And yeah, I'd love to hear how it's going. If you are clearing your desk along with me, how is your desk coming along? So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys soon. Thanks then. Bye.